Righto. Time to tackle the Cordillo Downs Road. The shortest route to Birdsville between Innamincka. Possibly the longest. With a couple of sights to see on the way. When we first got to Innamincka about 3 months ago, you could only just drive across this causeway. The water has dropped significantly. We've been travelling this road now for about just over an hour. Coming up to just on 80 kilometres, and it hasn't actually been too bad. Once you're past all the drill rigs and whatnot on the southern end, the corrugation seems to become less. The track becomes less too though, but all in all it's not too bad. Just a few rocky bumpy sections and a few creek crossings with a few washouts, and that's about it. So yeah, not too bad so far. Headed up towards Cordillo Downs. Let's have a look at this historic wool shed. We've just driven out of the Innamincka Reserve. We're now on Cordillo Downs, and just seen this sign on the side of the road, which is thought I'd better share because that doesn't exist anymore. So that now makes sense why a few people have rolled into town asking about the mechanic and tyre service. So that's pretty bloody funny, I reckon. Gorgeous landscape out here, absolutely beautiful. The sand dunes are getting very red. That's unreal. Just entered into Cordillo Downs. The homestead's just up the road here, and hopefully we get a good look at this bloody historical wool shed. But the drive has really been beautiful, and the road's actually not even that bad. So probably averaging about 60-70 kilometres an hour, but there's a couple of stretches there where you can get up to 80 quite comfortably, but 60 to 70 is probably all you need, and take in the scenery and just take your time. It's bloody beautiful. Well, we made it. Cordillo Downs. Historical wool shed. Holy shit. The historical Cordillo Downs wool shed was constructed in 1883. It was constructed of sandstone rubble and a curved iron roof, which made it quite spacious and negated the need for wooden frames in a region with little natural timber. The shearing shed boasted 88 stands initially, and by 1890 there were 120. There was a steam-driven press to compress the wool into bales. The record number of sheep shorn in one season was 82,000 in 1888, all with hand shears. In 1907 mechanical shears were brought in, and the property's 36,000 head were shorn by a team of 42 men in just 3 weeks, with the record of 187 in one day by one shearer. From 1912 onward, the sheep were under constant attack from rising dingo numbers, and Cordillo Downs started implementing cattle instead, and by 1942 all the sheep were gone, and it was then a cattle property, and it has been ever since. There's bugger all timber out here, so they had to build it with a lot of this stone lying around, and the domed roof
so you don't need much timber structure. Bloody beautiful. See you later, Cordillo Downs. That was absolutely bloody, sensational. Great stop. See that old wool shed. Something special. Driving through those gibbler plains, with all the little stones everywhere. Very rocky, a little bit more of a bumpy road, but not in too bad a shape. So pretty lucky, I think, because general consensus is this northern section of this road is quite bad, but it's been pretty good the whole way through so far, so making good time, sitting at about 60 or 70 kilometres an hour. Here we are, Cordillo Ruins. It's been about 3 years, though.
It has. It's one of my favourite spots to camp, actually. I really love it. It's beautiful.
Remember crossing paths with Lindsay, Rod and Lester?
Yeah, on the developmental road.
Yep, they'd been back to Batuta and they said, come with us, we've got another cool spot to show you.
That wasn't after we stopped in the middle of the road for a yarn for half an hour, and then decided we'll come join them here. It was good decision.
Yep. Now we get to show Glenn and Karen another minter bit of history in the outback. Camped alongside a beautiful billabong. Delgout station, mate.
Beautiful.
What's left of it?
What's left of it?
Billabong has water in it.
I see that, just there.
So we'll go find a camp spot anywhere along the billabong and throw out the yabby net, you know.
Okie dokie.
Oh, she's hot, Glenn.
How hot, Tim?
Not even cooking on it.
No flies around?
No, they're all dead. The ants aren't happy though.
No, they're not happy. They're biting me everywhere.
So we'd stroll over to Karen and Michelle because they're whipping up. Oh Jesus, it smells alright.
Oh, 100%. We haven't even put the sauces in yet.
Thought we'd have a look at what's going on over here.
So this is Cooking 101 with Karen Thorsby.
Low light cooking with Karen.
Very much so. Doing our best.
Jesus Christ.
I have the recipe on my notes, but I'm noting that she's just doing what she likes, to be honest. Can you smell it?
And what actually is it?
How good is it? It's chicken stir fry from scratch. We don't eat from scratch. We are going to be from now on, just letting you know.
Well, everything's going in.
Pretty much.
It's looking alright.
Right, so you do just pour.
Yep.
Okay, yep, I'm learning. And I am learning.
So how long does this entire process take?
So the preparation probably 15 and the cooking probably 20.
Right.
So it actually is quite I wouldn't say simple, but easy dish in terms of time.
Alright, well we'll eat it and give you our thoughts and criticisms.
Will we do a review? Will we do a review later?
I'll tell you whether you're on par or not.
You know what you can do?
Bugger off.
Bugger off back to the fire.
Yeah.
Go.
Alright.
And you'll be lucky if you get fed.
Woo, woo girl. Woo
Whoa.
girl. Someone's had a few too many. Got a
Talking
bit
about that,
got a
top
bit
me
of
up.
attitude about you. Beautiful evening last night, taking some photos with the Milky Way and all the stars without a moon. The beautiful old ruins. Glorious morning on the waterhole. No yabbies to speak of. So there's been no breakfast done.
No, yet again.
No breakfast. Just relying on things I'm not good at, obviously. But anyway, shout out to Lindsay, Rod and Lester, who we spent a night with last time out here. Only reason I know it's even here. And it was great to be able to camp here with Glenn and Karen on our way to Birdsville. But I think we're actually going to go to Batuta first, aren't we?
Oh, we are.
So hopefully fuel range, which has never been a problem, but since it's towing this trailer, it is a problem. So if I've thrown a jerry in, you typically get about 400, 420 Ks to the 60 litre tank that's in these bloody old Luxies. But yeah, when you're towing the trailer, you're only getting about 300, 320. So I've done 251, and hopefully that'll see us to Batuta, but I've thrown a jerry in anyway. But if Batuta doesn't have fuel, there's not enough range to get to Haddon Corner and back to Birdsville. So we might have to miss Haddon Corner or go to Haddon Corner at the arse end of the trip. But anyway, we'll head off up into Queensland, finish this Cordillo Downs Road, which has actually been quite a nice drive, spectacular scenery, and the road conditions aren't actually too bad. So depends what you call bad, depends what you call good, I guess, but I reckon it hasn't been too bad. And we're in an old Luxie that bounces around at the smallest of stones or corrugation or whatever in the road. Here we are crossing into Queensland. Every time I see a border crossing, I just think back to them COVID times. Them crazy COVID times when that pallet chook in Brisbane used to get on that bloody news every night and say, "I will slam the border shut," like a complete twat.
Oh, you're a jibber jabberer.
They were crazy times. The end of Cordillo Downs Road. 107.
Yeah, the last bit of that road was good, wasn't it?
It's bloody beautiful.
It was awesome.
We're gonna go right to Batuta.